to see Bob Holman, I got lost looking for my childhood home where I never drove. The trees grew old and died while I was away, and I didn't know anybody there. But the park at the end of the street was still dank with mystery. On the way to see Bob Holman, I made pencil rubbings. Milton from the lintel of Sansom Street Jewelers, and a star from the pavement. But no angels fell, nor magi appeared. The lights just twinkled like any lights in the daytime. On the way to see Bob Holman, it was too late to stop at Dirty Frank's, and there was no parking anyway. I circled 5 times and drove on, crossed the city of brotherly love slantwise, like a dilatory sun. On the way to see Bob Holman, I missed Hal Sirowitz altogether and wished I hadn't. Showed up late and listened through the green railing on the stairs. Bob Holman claims his feet are lotus, but they don't look that small in person. I told him I liked his last poem and a half, but could not say why, and flunked the quiz. I did not know there would be a quiz. What the hell, Bob Holman? Oh, but the night was succulent. Dew point on the tip of my tongue. Road home, sweet honeysuckle. And so, good night, I said to Bob Holman, already long gone to the after party. And honeysuckle, sing thee a dream of Shiva, dreaming honeysuckle. Drummer, drum softly on the soles of your feet.
There's a downtown fairy singing out Proud Mary as she cruises Christopher Street. And some southern queen acting loud and mean where the docks and the Badlands meet. This Halloween is something to be sure, especially be here without you. There's a Greta Garbo and an Alfred Hitchcock and some black Jamaican stud There's 5 Cinderellas and some leather drags almost fell into my mug. There's a Crawford Davis, a tacky Cary Grant, and some homeboys looking for trouble down here from the Bronx. But there ain't no Harry, ain't no Virgin Mary. You won't hear those voices again. And Johnny Rio and Rotten Rita, you'll never see those faces again. This Halloween, something to be sure, especially to be here without you. There's the Born Again Losers, the Lavender Boozers, some crack team from Washington Heights, the boys from Avenue B, the girls from Avenue D, Tinkerbell and Tights. This celebration somehow gets me down, especially see you're not around. There's no Peter Pedantic saying things romantic in Latin, Greek, or there's no Three Bananas or Brandy Alexander dishing all their tricks. It's a different feeling that I've got today, especially when I know you've gone away. There's a girl from Soho with a t-shirt saying I blow. She's with the Jive 5 2+3 and the girls from Paid Dates. They're giving cut rates, or else they're doing it for free. The past keeps knocking on my door, and I don't want to hear it anymore. No consolations, please, for feeling funky. Gotta get my head above my knees, and it makes me mad, makes me sad. Then I start to freeze. In the back of my mind is afraid it might be true. In the back of my mind, I was afraid that they meant you. The Halloween parade, Halloween parade, wah wah woo. Halloween parade, wah wah woo. Halloween parade. See you next year. Wah wah woo. At the Halloween parade. Wah wah woo, Halloween parade. It's a song by Lou Reed called Halloween Parade. You know, there's a battle raging on the streets out here. The Detritus Wars are back. And there's a new upstart in town that's making the cigarette butts shaking their boots. The Mask. The Mask. The Mask is back. Better than ever before. Blanketing our land, popping up in parking garages, parks, outside restaurants and bars. And they're bold. They lie. They're daring you to pick them up. But you don't. You don't dare for fear of what lies beneath. The brave few pluck the strings with 2 careful fingers, like they are playing a life or death game of operation. I've even seen a man's nose light up with fear just at the touch of the simple surgical mass. There seems to be no end in sight to the litter takeover. Pandemics rage on. Variants produce varieties of fear, face coverings previously unknown to man, art masks of all kinds, glittery gum covers, beaded, bespeckled breath barriers boldly claim their territory in the littered landscape. But the one you must keep your eye on the most, the blue and white generic, the stormtrooper of the silent killer barrier wars. The blue and white generic seems to multiply faster than the wind can keep up. People with 2, 3 of them on their face at one time, one in their pocket, shedding half of that lot in one day. Pretty soon the blue and white mass street takeover will reach whole neighborhoods. Irritated, no masked men will curse the spreading, wind-strewn no man lands cropping up filled with blue and white creepers. Where will it end? That's not me talking. That's the cigarette butt. The soon-to-be has-been of the detritus wars. The owner of millions of little crowns of trash victories. This depressed lot has seen tens of thousands of its members committing cigarette suicide, but jumping out in front of passing cars. They are out in the street. They are crushed, and they will never be the same. So friends, don't get me wrong. Wear your masks. Just try to find a proper receptacle to dispose of them. Because how much more cigarette butt blood on our hands can we bear?
If she were a cat. If she were a cat, she'd be a fickle old calico, rough and patchworked, but beautiful because of it. She would be lovable and affectionate, but still flick her tail from time to time. Luckily, I'd know just where to scratch to make her purr again. If she were a cat, she'd have the run of the house. She could lay lazily in the sun all day if she wanted. I'd let her eat off my plate and curl up close to me at night. She'd never be wanting for attention, because petting her supple fur would be a priceless joy that I would never sacrifice to her kitty cat pride.
My mother's headstone. On my last long-distance Christmas pilgrimage by phone, my oldest living aunt said my mother's headstone was a little crooked on the hilltop 40 miles away. It worried her, though she excused it to settled ground. I laughed, sure that a hand from above had tilted the angel holding the Bible I had chosen as a hopeful bribe for my absence and for God's attention. My mother didn't dislike the stone. She just wanted us to know that being upright and straight, even though you might miraculously become an angel, was still boring. Brewing chai. 4:30 a.m. wants warmer hands and something definite to do. Rituals 16-ounce ceramic, Twinings vanilla tea bag, sweet single creamer. Does the microwave burn water? 7 not quite precise steeping minutes by my silent braille watch, or exact sound from the smart speaker. Stir, inhale, sip the hue, suspecting I'm getting closer to the elusive color of perfection I can't see. For Hayden Carruth. I was told you walked on stage wearing jeans, drinking Coke from a can. You read gravel-voiced, dropping Vermont R's and not trying for drama. You read Marge and the one about coffee pots and Kmarts. I'd never heard a poet with books plural published. I was in the back still, suddenly wanting something I couldn't see, having to be there for a class I was sure wouldn't change me. But there were your cows and saws and puking on furniture and all those poems about snow.
Hi everybody, good to be joining you for the Easton Book Festival again. I hope you all have a good season. I have 3 pieces. One I wrote at the beginning of this month, one in October of 2020, which is a video, Lisa and I, and one video called American Rhythm that I wrote at the beginning of 2021. So we'll start with a new piece. October 1. The day filters itself into existence, into view. I haven't made it out yet. I see it wavering in its life, a dream, a living memory. Blues, grays, and the willow tree amass outside my window, morph together. My breath streams into my room, mingling with the heat turned on for the season. And it mingles with the cool stream I swam in just last week. It was a clear day, sun overhead, rippling from the water I gazed up at from underneath its surface. October 1, one day, first day, even though it's a new season, it feels like a new year. Some water broken, a new life. Ciao everybody, enjoy. Lisa and I stand at the edge by the metal guardrail in the mall parking lot, overlooking a medium-sized ravine. The lake Lisa has heard of around here somewhere is not this spot. What we do find instead, clacking against and reeling off one another in mid-space, the voices of a million birds who thrive in the trees, grasses, and weeds of this gully, apexing in midair, invisible. A magical realm, all their own, conjuring life primeval on this autumn day. Lisa spots and points toward one bird on a branch in the midst of the throng. I can barely see it for the congregation of colors and the hollow of the shadow it rests within. We turn to face one another. Extending out from her, the diaphanous plume of her sunlight seeps into me, unexpected. Brought to a halt, our essences, attentive and still, merge, twine, smile, and are revealed in that parking lot. Lisa and I. American Rhythm. You light the way, walking ahead of me on the soft trail into the softer forest. It is twilight, and this place is a ballad, a murmuring, a love song. Every creature, save for us, is still. We've thrown everything into the picnic basket. The Georgia vote, white supremacy, the ravings of a madman, patriarchy, inequality, inequity, pandemic, starvation, loneliness, death, despair, bombs bursting in air, the American rhythm into the grieving basket. A long time ago, I think it was Robert Bly, poet, who said, Americans need to learn to eat grief. Poverty, no lover for 20 years or longer, if I'm being honest. I think we have plenty to eat on our walk. When we stop to rest in just the right place, green, how our bodies know. We stand still, take a breath, look around. The air, I hate to use the word again, is softer than the last time. Perhaps love has come in from the cold.
Ode to my CVS receipt, the longest receipt ever received. My CVS receipt last week was the longest receipt I'd ever received. I marveled at the reams and reams and reams that poured out of that machine. Even the guy at the checkout just couldn't believe it. He paused like a miracle had occurred, like we had just shared something amazing between ringing up the wrinkle cream and the actual leaving. At first, it was a regular transaction. Do you have a CVS card? Maybe. Yeah? Put in your phone number. Nope, that isn't it. Maybe your cell phone. I don't know. No, I don't know. Not it. Maybe your old cell phone 2 cell phone numbers ago. Maybe your house phone. I don't have a house phone. You don't have a house phone? No, who the hell still has a house phone? None of these numbers work, don't they? Time to pay. Debit, credit. Do you have a chip? Don't take the card out. Don't touch it. Is it frozen? What do I hit? Debit? No, slide it. Am I good? Just hit yes. Then hit yes again. Do you want cash back? Yes. Wait, no. Should I get cash back? Wait, is there a fee? Never mind. No, I don't want cash back, do I? Did you hit no? I hit no. What is it doing? I just really want to leave. And that is when it happened. It was like the machine was relieved to be done with me. It sighed, it breathed, and then it printed. There was a satisfying rip. Here. Here what? Here is your receipt. I grabbed it like a prize, like a blue ribbon, like a streamer. It was mine. I let it trail along behind me like a bride, like when Princess Diana got married back in 1985. Or 1981, I don't know. I watched it from my grandmother's sofa, though, but I digress. None of this has anything to do with CVS. But somehow that night, my CVS receipt made it into my dreams. There I was, with it trailing behind me out of the store, across the parking lot, where it slid over subway wrappers and crushed cigarette boxes, pausing with other receipts and kinship, then moving on, creeping. We floated out of the city to the woods. It got tangled between the trees. We floated on to the country, to the mountains, to the sea. I became a magical middle-aged mermaid, paper tail in the surf, my purchases on my scales, dollar signs over my eyes. I stretched across the earth, slicing thickets, parting reeds. I danced in New Orleans with receipt feet. I became a bird with a paper nest, made of receipts with receipt bird babies, and I sang them lullaby songs to help them sleep. $5 off your next trip, 200 bonus points, club savings, save when you buy 2, must buy 2 or each one is the regular price, fine print, that isn't what the sign says, this is supposed to be half off, but there was a sign in front of the display, I need your manager key, it won't read the barcode, this has no price, go get another one, do you have a bonus card, gas points, do you want to round up for charity, do you have your own bag, did you find everything today, do you want your receipt in the bag? Do you want your receipt? Receipt. I wake up. I wake up. No, no, no. Just let me pay. Let me pay. Just let me leave. I just want to leave. I wake up and I look at the night table and I see that receipt in the ethereal glow of the TV. And I see that it has a coupon at the bottom for a different brand of wrinkle cream.